Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we're going for a beer from a brewery that I've not had before. You can tell already what it is. It's from Saltaire Brewery. It is this one. It is the Velocity Session IPA. And it weighs in at 4.1% and it's pretty funky. Certainly stands out on the shelf. The the old pink, purple and orange labelling. It's a nice label. And what can I tell you about the beer? Well, it's a session IPA at 4.1% and it tells me that it's light, citrusy and refreshing, and obviously it contains the usual ingredients: malted barley, oats and wheat. It's going to have some hops and water in there somewhere as well. And that is pretty much it. It says it's beer done right and it's brewed by Saltaire in Shipley, West Yorkshire. So that's pretty much all I can tell you about it, other than the fact that it cost me £1.80 in Tesco. And it's got a BBE of the 15th of July 2020. So we're in September now. So there you are. It's pretty fresh. Never had Saltaire before. Never had Velocity before. Stands to reason given I've had nothing from the brewery. And we are going to be pouring into the Lemmy Stoke Beer Festival glass. So let's crack her open. I've no idea what to expect. I've not read any reviews. I do recall once seeing something about the head brewer of Saltaire coming from another brewery that I know quite well, but the name escapes me right now. Anywho, let's pour the beer. I expect it to be pale, and it is. It's pretty well carbonated as well. It's clear as a bell. Okay, maybe there's a bit of fridge haze. Yeah, there's a bit of fridge haze going on. Maybe a bit more than fridge haze actually. It's actually beer. It's pale. It's a tiny bit of haze. We've got a decent head on it. You could probably just about put a flake in that. And it's pretty well carbonated, this beer. It's quite active. Yeah, it's quite active. As for the aromas, let's have a whiff. Interesting. It does smell light. It's quite malty aroma. There is not a huge amount of citrus going on that I would perhaps expect based on the label suggesting it's citrusy. It's definitely light in aroma and it's definitely light in colour. See what else we can get. There's a generic hop aroma as well. I don't know, that sounds a bit of a cop out. It just smells like a lightly hopped pale ale. Let's have a taste. Cheers. That is light. That is very effervescent. Very effervescent. It's a nice malt. It's a light hop. It is familiar. I've tasted something very similar before, but I can't think what it was. Tiny touch of pine. Almost verging on, and it's going to sound negative, but it's not. It's almost like a soapy kind of pine, if that makes sense to anyone other than me. I'll be quite surprised. Got any sediment to speak of? No, not really. Not that I can see anyway. There's no warning of it on the bottle either, so I'm not expecting any. But let's have a... Yeah, the body is very, very light. There is a touch of bitterness, not a huge amount at all. Overall, it's a very, very light beer. Not a huge amount of citrus. But hey, everyone's taste buds are different. It's definitely refreshing. That effervescence, that lightness, it's almost like, how can I put it in a nice way? And again, it's not a negative in any way, shape or form. It's like being a kid and having a shandy with loads of lemonade. It's that kind of effervescence. The flavour is pleasant. It's not strong. Light body. The finish is sweet. It's not very long lasting either, but hey, it's a 4.1% session IPA, so Okay, let's have a little think about a score. Let's top off the glass. So, Saltaire's Velocity. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. Would I rush out and buy it again? No. And here's why. For £1.80, it's not bad. You know, I've certainly had worse and paid more. But I can have a 4.1% golden ale from other breweries at the same money for more beer and have more of what I like. It's sounding negative, but I'm really trying not to be. I like the flavours that are on offer. I just wish they were hoppier. I like the refreshing nature of it. So in summer, you know, I mean, we're now kind of being dragged and kicking and screaming into autumn. This definitely lends itself more to summer than it does autumn, because it is that light beer that would go wonderfully with barbecue. You know, on a hot summer's day, you want something chilled, fizzy, refreshing. You can't go too far wrong. But you know me, I like being smashed in the face with hops, and this doesn't have a huge amount of hop. But like I say, I wouldn't rush out and buy it again, but I would buy it again. I think for £1.80, you've got a tasty little beer, but it's just not fitting my particular bag. I think the wife would love it though, because she doesn't like anything too bitter, too hoppy, and I think this would be right up her street. So I might grab another one for her tomorrow, and because she's out on the sesh tonight with some mates. So I reckon I'll sneak out tomorrow and get some more. So I'm going to give Saltaire's Velocity Session IPA 3.25 out of 5, which sounds not as good as some, but it's still a pretty decent beer. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, this has been Saltaire's Velocity. I've been Nick, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Bye.